Good afternoon, everyone. We are here this afternoon to introduce legislation to save the lives of innocent children. This legislation is not about more government regulation, but rather about innovation to ensure that children are safely transported and removed from child care vehicles after being transported to and from field trips and other destinations. Therefore, today we introduce the Child Safety Transportation Act because we cannot afford to lose one more child. Children are precious, and we cannot, through the negligence of child care workers, lose a child by being left on a hot child transportation vehicle. The innovation or technology contemplated by this bill would require the installation of a child safety alarm which prompts the driver of a child care vehicle to inspect the vehicle prior to exiting along with the children. This act of inspection to ensure the safe removal of all children from the child care vehicle should be routine, but sadly has not been the case here in Georgia as well as other states. Most recently, in June of this year, in Clayton County, a young child lost her life as a result of being left on a hot vehicle alone. She therefore succumbed to the hot summer heat. This kind of tragedy simply must not happen again. Therefore, I urge my colleagues in the Georgia General Assembly to join us in passing this legislation, the Child Care, the Child Safety Transportation Act, which will ensure that our children are safely transported on child care vehicles. And therefore, at this time, I will ask my colleague from Clayton County, Senator Gail Davenport, to join in support of this legislation, as the child that lost her life was from her county. Senator Davenport.
Thank you very much, Senator Ramsey. And, of course, I am here today to advocate for child safety. It's just a tragedy for any child to lose their life. And that occurred in Clayton County. We want to make sure that that does not happen to another child in any county in Georgia. We want to make sure that no parent has to go through this. And we certainly sympathize with the parents, but the child lost her life, which was a tragedy. Not only would this be good for children, so no child, this will happen to no other child, it'll be good that no parent has to go through this, but it also will be good for the persons taking care of children, for the bus driver, for the child care agency that's responsible and accountable for the safety of children. It will also protect them because they will know that they must go beyond and make sure that every child is off the bus. So we're here today in support of this legislation and to make sure that every child in Georgia is safe when transported. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Now we'll hear from Senator Lester Jackson of the 2nd Senatorial District.
It is my honor to be before you this afternoon. I applaud Senator Ramsey for introducing this legislation to author, and I also applaud Senator Gail Davenport for being the co-author. This is not a regional issue. This is not a state issue. This is a national issue, and it's not about more government regulations. It's about safety of our children. It's about protection, the lives of our most precious commodity. So we're going to get to, and we as state legislators are about the business of taking care of the least of us. And what better than this child transportation protection legislation. So I applaud the author and the co-author of this legislation, but we're moving Georgia in a new direction, and this direction is about safety and it's about protection. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Jackson. As state senators and representatives of the citizens, it is merely our responsibility to bring forth legislation that aids our communities and the citizens who live therein. And so it's not about us coming down necessarily with ideas of what we want to do on our own, but it is our responsibility to meet the needs of our communities. And so we don't operate as an island. We operate based on the input and the requests and needs in our communities. We're just really blessed at this time an opportunity to have someone with the technical expertise to support us to forge this legislation ahead. And that is Mr. Alex Wiley with the Atwick Corporation, who is a pioneer in this technology, who will come and give us further insight on how we may use the technology contemplated by this bill to support and ensure that our children are safe as they're being transported on a daily basis. Mr. Wiley.
Thank you, Senator Ramsey, Senator Davenport, Senator Lee. It really does my heart very well. It makes it happy to see great, powerful, compassionate servants bringing forth a mission that has been given to me by God, and that is a mission of safety. And I say that personally because I do have a 5-year-old that just came out of daycare and now is in the kindercare. And this mission for making sure our children are safe in Georgia and throughout this entire country has been one of my drives. And I am overwhelmed, I'm overjoyed that Senator Ramsey and I have met, and he, being a great public servant as he is, understood the need to help protect Georgia. And with this technology, that's the only thing that I think the industry lacks. If we can put astronauts in space and have scientists, physicians, all the various people to help support them while they're in space, surely we can put some technology in our industry to help protect our children. And I look forward to Georgia being the next state to make sure that the children in their state are very well taken care of. Thank you, Senator. Kitty Voice Child Reminder System is state-of-the-art technology designed to protect a child from being left in the bus. This system is activated each time the ignition is turned off. When the ignition turns off, there's an electronic voice message that begins to remind the driver of his responsibilities.
Vehicle. Please check this vehicle. Thank you. Warning. Kitty Voice has activated. This is to ensure that all passengers are being removed.
The system has now been activated. The only way to deactivate it is by going inside to press a button that's located back here in the rear. The second stage to the system is to protect our kids. Let's say the driver, for whatever reason, doesn't go to the rear of the bus or van and press the button. 5 minutes later, there's an electronic siren that brings additional attention to the vehicle.
Thank you for joining us as we introduce the Child Transportation Safety Act, legislation that will ensure that the children of Georgia are safely transported on a daily basis on child care vehicles to and fro as they go from destination to destination, such as field trips. This will ensure that all child care personnel safely remove all children from the vehicle after being prompted by a voice technology that's state-of-the-art that would require the driver of the vehicle to go to the back of the vehicle and turn off a switch, thereby ensuring that all children are able to be viewed who remain on the bus and are safely removed. This saves lives, it gives parents peace of mind, and it also ensures that owners of child care facilities know that the training that they have provided to their staff is being implemented, and to ensure that their businesses are preserved, knowing that everyone is operating safely and that our children are safe and that their lives are in good hands. Thank you for joining us.